advantage, particularly towards the end.
But so far, nothing able to get by Garrett Grigory, who's done a solid job in goal. Both teams toward
A little bit of fatigue, a much-needed break during the intermission here.
As to the action in the second period.
The Allies, one of the better offensive teams in the league, scored 18 goals in their 7 games that they've played, but they've taken 176 shots to do it. They're averaging 25 shots a game, a little on the higher side. The Monkeys have scored 16 goals in the 6 games they've played. 2 of their games have been forfeits, so really only 6 games played. They've taken 124 shots, so averaging about 21 shots a game, so a little higher on the efficiency factor scoring-wise for the Monkeys, but both of these teams
relatively evenly matched offensively. It should be noted that the Allies are missing a couple of their leading scorers,
with Brian Watros and Dan Leone out for today, both of them up near the top of the scoring table. But one thing that has helped the Allies this year is there hasn't been one hot hand, somebody who's really carrying the team. The scoring has been spread out evenly among several players. The majority of players on the team having 2, 3, or 4 goals, nobody really setting a pace. Similar situation for the Screaming Monkeys, whose leading scorer has 5. They have 4 other players with at least 2 goals. We're back underway here in the second. 0-0 matchup. Muskelko controls it at the center line, looks to bring it up, hesitate a little bit, sends it over into the corner. Brophy's chasing, kept in by Roche, who dishes it off to team captain Joey Delgado. Delgado protecting it against the defender. Seski able to take it away, wrestle it away from him, as Delgado was looking for an outlet, didn't find anything he liked. Farthing going down the other way, and now the Screaming Monkeys looking to get some offense going. That one's kept in deep, intercepted by Delgado, who flips it up to Muskelko, who's going to try to track that one down, unable to do so. But we're going to get an icing call as it's sent down the other end, as the Screaming Monkeys just try to get away from that one. Andrew Peterson with the defensive play there. As the night has continued, more and more Screaming Monkeys starting to show up. Their bench is getting a little bit deeper, and that could play a factor here as time clicks away. The Allies remain shorthanded. Grigory covers that one up. Looked for a second like he might give it off to his defender, but thought better of it as there were some red jerseys in the area. He decided to go ahead and sit on top of that one, did Garrett Grigory. Face off, controlled by the Allies, who send it in. Little piece of the glove on it. Brophy battling it in the corner with Peterson. Peterson's able to get it out to Whitman. Whitman unable to get past Roche, who steals it away, centers it to Duluth, who fires, blocked by the defender. Good opportunity for the Allies there, but a great defensive play by 22, Daniel Seski, to block that one. Duluth able to bounce off the boards, bring it up. He's looking for Brophy, leads just a little bit too much. That one's in the corner as they're fighting for it down below. Delgado fires it, hits his own player. Duluth went for the screen and instead got hit with the shot. Was able to get his own rebound. Getting a little bit of a joshing and thanking there from the keeper. Duluth made the save for him on that one. Then was able to get the rebound, but send it up and into the netting for the stoppage of play here. We're at the 8-minute mark, remaining in the second. Still
closely contested matchup here. Cowett and Hahn facing off. Cowett controls that one, then it
bounces around and now taken by the Screaming Monkeys, who look to get it forward. Muskelko handles it, taken away by the D, but kept in by Roche. Quick wrister off the side of the net. Muskelko with the rebound. A couple of good opportunities there, still in. Roche sends it over to Duluth. Shot blocked again. That one didn't get through. Chasing it down. Able to avoid the ice by running that one down. Great effort play by the Screaming Monkeys, but a couple of good opportunities there by the Allies. Cowett and Muskelko both with a couple shots on goal as they start to work their way down again. Muskelko dumps it in. Cowett chases, looks to maybe center it, maybe put it on. Taken away by the defenders. Cowett plays it off the boards. Still wrestling with it. Sends it straight through the crease.
Touched. Dulude now taking his time.
Defender hedging his bets. Sent in. Stopped by Grigory, but still around. Cowett with a chance at the rebound. Hits the keeper in the mask and covered up. Cowett had a good opportunity at it. Couldn't put it away as Grigory was up to the task. He's putting in a lot of work here between the late first period and the beginning of this second period. Garrett Grigory able to keep up so far and keep that goose egg up on the board. In his two previous matchups, he's got a 2.5 goals against and just over 90% save percentage. Does Grigory. Stolen away from Keohane by Justin Cowett, who looks to put it on, but it is deflected up and into the rafters. We'll get another face-off here in just a moment. Keeper takes a little brief moment to cool down and catch a break right before the face-off here. Won by Keohane, sends it time. Allies start to pursue now, and the Monkeys have to pick up the pace. Fu sends it down to Hahn, who's chasing it, but Delgado's able to get there first. A battle of 8 on 8. Delgado and Hahn, both wearing the number 8, chasing each other down. As the Allies are able to get rid of that one, but it looks like that's going to be an ice. With 6 minutes and 16 left in the second, in a 0-0 matchup between the Monkeys and the Allies. Pace starting to slow a bit, perhaps fatigue setting in here. The second period got off to a bit of a quick start. Now settling into a little more pace. Face off in the circle. Hahn wins it from Cowett. A name we haven't said too much today, Greg Monska in goal for the Allies, not their normal keeper, Casey Mumblow. Out today, he had played all 7 of the prior games for the Allies. Their backup keeper, Mike Muskelko, yours truly on the injured reserve. So Greg Monska in goal in a pinch. But he's been known to be a capable goalie as he puts the stick down on the ground and makes the save on that one. He hasn't been tested a tremendous amount yet. But what has come his way, he has stopped as he's pitching a shutout so far. Allies send it forward. Grigory's going to go ahead and play this one. Thinking twice about it, sends it behind the net. Dulude in pursuit. Brophy takes away 2 Allies against the 1 defender. Going to win every time. Cowett sends it in goal again, and he cannot buy one today. As Cowett with another opportunity, just unable to finish that one off. Great scoring opportunity. Grigory able to get a piece of it and keep this one knotted up at 0-0. It looked like that was going to be the tipping point,
but unable to finish that one off. We've got 5 minutes and 43 seconds remaining. Delgado now taking the face off against 77 Capolini.
Brophy fighting for it, goes down to the ground. But looks to be back up in the mix. Brophy had a knee injury earlier in the season. Monska's going to go ahead and jump on that one. Looks to be able to shake that one off. Get some personnel changes. Monska jumps on that one, covers it up, so we get the quick whistle. It'll be a face-off down in the Allies zone, with Capolini taking the face-off against Delgado. Capolini wins that one, sends it up to the point. On goal, that one's saved again, and now going the other way. Grigory's going to play it, thinks twice about it, as Dulude was charging down Grigory was looking for some help, a defender to lay it off to.
Red jersey blitzing down his way. Made the smart decision to go ahead and cover that one up
rather than risk getting it out of there. So the face-off will be down in the monkey zone, controlled by Delgado, who sends it back to Cegilski. Shot is blocked, never makes it through. Dulude, same thing. That one never makes it to the goal. Kept in with the kick, soccer style by Cegilski, who's able to keep it in again. It's still in. Dulude trying to get stick to it. Now Muskelko, and it just barely poked away. Muskelko over to Delgado, who sends it to Dulude, just misses that one. That was almost a near perfect connection there. Sent in, Delgado puts it on goal right off the side of the pads of Grigory. As the Allies continue to keep it deep, Dulude fires that one chipped away by Peterson. And finally now, Farthing gets it out, heading down in the other direction. Monska dives, got to get back up and into position. His defender there to help him out and send it down the other way. We're going to get the whistle on the icing call. A little bit of a quick counterattack there by the Screaming Monkeys. The Allies had several opportunities. A couple shots on goal. And then a interception up by the blue line and a little quick passing. Screaming Monkeys were able to get it down and get a little side there. As we await a game-changing play here. We're still knotted up all at 0-0, just over midway through the second. Screaming Monkeys continue to control faceoffs in the second period as they win that one as well. Allies fighting to get it out. Muskelko sends it down just over the stick of the Screaming Monkeys defender, who's got to now corral that one and reset as everybody's got to get back. Cowett got to stick to it, but goes right back to Thoring, who's going to bring that one up again. Keohane looks to handle it, and does. Swing and a miss by Peter Fu on that one. Looks like he was going to send in a slap shot, but wasn't able to get a piece of it. Got to watch the high stick there. Cowett put it way up in the air. Hahn going back and forth right over the center line there. Brings it up himself. Muskelko puts some pressure on from behind. Forces Hahn to send it in. Catches a bit of the pad of Monska, who's able to skirt that one away. Battling out in the corner. Cegilski uses some physicality to muscle that one out of there. Grigory's going to go ahead and pass it off to 22 Seski, who will dish it over to Hahn, who's now pursued by Dulude. Dulude still on his tail. Hahn has the stick handling ability to go ahead and dribble his way out of that one. But he can't do it all by himself. He runs into three Allies there. They're able to put a stop to that run. Sends it forward. Controlled by Seski, who sends it up. Roche now gets it back over the center line. Almost an offsides. Fu was able to get back in time, but not by much. Maybe a step. No icing call here. 2 minutes, 20 seconds and ticking. The pace now settling down a bit, as we're still knotted up at 0-0. Cegilski sends it up to Cowett, who looks to get it in. Dulude plays it off the boards, tries to center it, but leads Cowett just a bit too much. Defender puts it into the back of the net. Dulude now controlling it, looking to wrap it around, puts it on net, off the pad and up and into the rafters. As that one's going to go down to the other end, as it was off the side of the net and into the rafters here. We've got 1:53 remaining. A couple of good opportunities by both teams so far.
Nothing able to be put away. The last several minutes, a little bit of a slower pace here,
as both teams have started to settle down. Wear and tear, a little bit of fatigue setting in, perhaps on both sides here. The Allies in particular with a short bench. Cowett wins the face-off, sends it down into the Screaming Monkey zone, pursues in the corner. Peterson sends it off the boards nicely, and it makes it all the way down to Monska, who's going to go ahead and jump on top of that one and take the whistle. The smart play on that one. Good to see Brophy back on the floor. Took a little bit of a bump on her last shift. Went over to the bench, back out looking ready to go. Always a good sign when an injured player gets back up and is ready to shake it off and keep playing. Roche sends it down deep. The keeper comes all the way out, able to get a piece of that one. Dulude was charging. That one could have easily popped the other way, but Grigory steps out and was able to get the stick on it, send it back down. Now the Monkeys look to take advantage. A little bit of a backhand by Whitman. Monska covers that one up. As we're just over a minute, still scoreless here in the second. Changing out a winger here for the Allies as we get ready for this face-off. Capolini up against Cowett. Cowett pops it up in the air, handles it with his hand. Delgado now sends it forward to Cowett. Dribbles through, sends it down in. Dulude chasing it down in the corner.
Fired from Delgado from the point.
Muskelko tries to track that one down. Kept in by Roche. Centered. Cowett fired in. Cowett with 3 excellent scoring chances so far. Unable to get it in there. As that last one was just an excellent save by Grigory, who's able to keep this thing scoreless. Dulude got the rebound and launched it up and into the rafters. So we'll get a whistle, stoppage in play with 42 seconds remaining in the second. The Allies knocking on the door, but still 0-0 so far. Cowett lining up for the face-off against Capolini. Cowett wins that one. Delgado fires it just wide, as that one's handled by Thiering, who sends it out the other way. Gets chased down by Fred Farthing. Bounced up and into the air, and that one's going to get a whistle. So good hustle by Farthing to make sure there was no icing on that. Delgado let him chase it and then took it right away. Nice strategic move on his part. Let that offensive player expend all that energy getting to it. With the same end result, he was able to stop him. We got 21 seconds remaining. Key face-off down in Allies territory, but it is won by the Allies. A big defensive win on that face-off. Sent down in, a foot race down into the corner. Cowett and Peterson. Peterson able to win that one. We've still got 9 ticks. Sends it to Dulude, who's able to try to put it away. Still rolling around, still loose. A close moment there as Dulude took it from behind the net, wrapped it around. It was rattling in the crease. Nobody was able to locate it. Finally, the Screaming Monkeys able to get it out of there. Knocking on the door several times were the Allies, but unable to produce defense so far. This game looking eerily similar to the last game they played against Mia Familia, where they outshot their opponent something along the lines of
13, and were only able to produce 1 goal, even though they had many opportunities. Same thing happening tonight. Definitely outshooting the Screaming Monkeys, but the scoreboard says the same thing for both ends, and that's 0-0 so far here through 2. Getting ready to start the 3rd and final period of regulation. Always that chance for overtime, particularly in a game this close. Everybody taking a little bit of extra time, not a lot of rush to get back on the floor, as the Allies in particular taking a little bit of breather, perhaps talking some strategy, perhaps giving their bench a little bit of a rest, as they are shorthanded with only 2 subs currently available to them.
Down at the other end, the Screaming Monkey started shorthanded, but guys have shown up throughout the night here, and they look to be fairly close to full force as we enter this third and final period. Delgado thinking over how he's going to take this face-off against Kyo Han. And we are underway. Han wins that one, sends it back to his defender. Moskelko forechecks a little bit. Sent down. Taking a little bit of time. Moskelko starts to pressure, gets a piece of it. Bouncing up and around, still in play, handled by Peterson, who sends it down. We're going to get a whistle for the ice on that one. A little pressure by Moskelko, got a foot on it.
And the Screaming Monkeys decide to just go ahead and fire that one down, get it out of their zone. We'll get a stoppage in play here
Early in the third. So far, both goalies pitching the proverbial shutout, with Grigory getting a significant workout, Monska doing everything he needs to on his end. That one bounces off the board, hits the back of the goal and still in play. Kept in by Cegilski. Moskelko battling for it. That one's cleared out. Han. A couple stick movements. Now sent over to DeSimone, who's chasing that one down in the corner. But Cegilski's going to get there first. Get it to Brophy, who's unable to get it out. Moskelko sends it down the other way. Grigory going to let that one go. His defender coming down. Brophy pursuing. Defender can't take too much time. He's got to make sure to get that one, and the pressure keeps it down in the Screaming Monkeys zone here. Not sure if it was a little bit of just taking too much time or a little bit of fatigue, but the defender for the Monkeys took quite a bit of time there, and the Allies were able to capitalize. They keep this one in. Got to wait for the offside. That one's going to get whistled. Delgado a little impatient on that one, as Brophy was hustling to get back. Delgado had possession of it. Didn't hold up quite long enough. Going to get the whistle on that one. Substitutions made. Cowett will check in at center in place of Delgado. We'll have another face-off here with 8 minutes, 35 seconds remaining in the third. That one popped up and into the air, controlled by the Screaming Monkeys. Roche battling for it. Monkeys come away with it. Monska slaps that one away with his stick.
Continues to fight both Allies defenders, beats Cegilski, gets it out wide, sends it back. Cowett able to rush over, and that one's cleared.
The Allies now take advantage. A couple guys hit the deck. No whistles, still clean. Coming back down. Whitman fighting for it with Roche in the corner. Whitman, one of the speedier guys on the floor. Cowett gets a piece of it. Controlled by Roche, who sends it over to Cegilski. He's got time to send it up. Does so, leads Brophy perfectly, but outpaced by Farthing, who's able to chase that one down, bring it behind his own goal. The Allies going to continue to pressure a bit. Monska covers it, plenty of time, no whistle. He's going to give it to his defender. Screaming Monkeys make a effort to chase. Never was really in contention on that one, as they were able to clear it back down. Brophy gets a piece of it to keep it in. Bounces around now. Delude shoots off the hip of the defender over into the corner. He chases down his own rebound on the opposite end, now looking to maybe wrap it around. He could center it. He tries to center it. That one goes through, misses both Cowett and Brophy. Unable to connect. Roche battling for it in the corner with Whitman. Able to keep that one in still. Now Whitman gets it ahead, but Cegilski puts a stop to it. Cowett unable to touch it as he's offsides. Got to get back. He does so. Delude now controls it, taking it over to the center. To Cowett, sends it backwards over the line. Moskelko coming off the bench, gets in on that play. Whitman trying to center it. It will not get there. Farthing battling it out. Continues to center it. Cowett with the interception is going to go ahead and send it on down the other way, get the stoppage in play here. 10 seconds remaining in the third period. We're still knotted up at 0-0. Looks as though the Allied players now dipping into their reserve tanks as they look a bit gassed. Smart move by Cowett to go ahead and send that one down, get the whistle, take a little bit of a breather. He'll match up against Keo Han on this faceoff. Down in the defensive end for the Allies. Han wins it. Sends it around. Fu chases it down, kept in, but now taken by Cowett. Pushes it up ahead to Muskelko, who fires it. Doesn't get a whole lot on that one. It goes just wide, but it's now deep in the Monkey zone. Cowett fakes the slap shot, wrists it, sends it in. Delude battling for it in the corner. That one taken by the defender. Popped up and into the player bench as Han got a piece of it, as did Cegilski, and that one chipped up and away. The Allies with a couple of good opportunities there. But again, still 0-0. Cowett and Han for the face-off on the blue line. One by Han. Han has dominated for the most part on face-offs. Perhaps Delgado and Cowett winning a couple, but Han has won the vast majority. Muskelko brings it up. Now he's got to get back. Cowett's got to take his time. Delude sends it over. Cowett centered it. Good shot on goal. Saved by Grigory. Delude gets the rebound. Tries to center it. Kept in by Delgado. Han gets a stick on it. Keo looks to bring it up. He's going to slap shot that one. Blocked. Never makes its way through. Monska ready, protecting the post. As Delgado now has the time to bring it up, trying to get it past Han.
As those two continue to battle.
And sent down. The Allies pushing the pace. Piece of it, but it went back over the line. Cegilski's going to have to wait for everybody to get back on side.
Sends it up. Good patience shown by the
Allies to avoid the offsides. Brophy pursues. Muskelko with the interception. Cowett now looking to dump it in. Still bouncing around in front of the goal as we are under the 5-minute mark. Brophy battling it out in the corner, taken away by Han. Han looks to take it up himself. He does so. He's now got a little bit of help with him. They're going to keep that one in. They're not. Thought perhaps they were going to let him get away with it. Fu tried his best to keep that one in, but it rolled back. We're going to get a whistle here. Stoppage in play with 4 minutes and 7 seconds.
Running in the third.
A lot of panting, a lot of hands on hips. These guys are tired as this game continues to progress. You got to wonder now, it's crunch time. Is somebody going to be able to punch in a late goal for either side? Or we could see some overtime here. Keeping in mind, a draw for the Allies is the ultimate goal, as that would lock them into one of the top 2 positions. For the Screaming Monkeys, they need a win to stay alive. Fired on goal, score! Delgado puts it in. Grigory, who has been absolutely stellar so far today, finally beat on the wrister by Delgado. His 4th goal of the season. He puts the Allies up 1-0 as the Screaming Monkeys' playoff hopes may have just been dashed. They need a win here today to keep them in it mathematically. They now have 3 minutes and 52 seconds to try to get one back. With a guy like Keo Han, they're never eliminated. Sent down, Brophy chases it down in the corner.
Fighting with Seski. Seski sends it around. Delude able to chase it down. Centers it.
Delgado gets a piece of it. Battling for it, Cegilski. They're gonna call the offsides. He's got to stop the pursuit. Whitman, too fast for his own good, got ahead of him on that one. They've got to run back now. The Allies take advantage of that almost offsides call to reset. Whitman battling up the boards. Now taken by the Screaming Monkeys with just a tick over 3 minutes remaining in regulation here. Roche sends it forward. And we're going to get a whistle. Stoppage in play on this one, 2 minutes and 54 seconds. The Allies now cling to a 1-0 lead. Looking to try to advance as one of the top 2 seeds. They still have a shot at the first seed. The Vipers currently in first place. The Allies 2 points behind them with 2 games remaining. The last game for the Allies is against the Wolverines, who have forfeited their season. So 2 more free points coming for the Allies. The Monkeys, on the other hand, need to win their last 2 and get a little bit of help to have any chance of returning to the playoffs for this season. Monska, that one bounces. The whistle already happened. That one is not a goal. Got to settle that one down. Roche let it bounce around. Monska grabbed it, got the whistle. It was still bouncing around a little bit, but if that ref thinks it's covered or loses sight of that ball, he has got to blow the whistle, and he did. So that finishing of the play after the fact does not do the Monkeys any good. Got their hopes up for just a moment that they might have tied it, but it did not. This one,
1-0. That one's still bouncing around in front of the net. Delgado tries to clear it. It goes up and into the boards.
We're going to get a whistle here with 2 minutes and 29 seconds remaining. Monska so far doing a good job to keep the Allies in this one. He's currently got a shutout. He may not be the starting keeper, but he is no stranger to the goal. A very capable player looking to keep this one in hand with 2.5 minutes remaining. Keohan and the Screaming Monkeys looking to try to pressure this one and see if they can. They win the face-off, but it's sent down deep the other way. We're going to get a whistle going in that direction here. It's going to come right back down. 2 minutes, 24 remaining.
I'm discussing perhaps that last near-scoring play.
As he matches up with Cowett, Hahn wins the face-off again. Cowett with the interception. This one could be a pick six. Takes it down, one-on-one save by the keeper. Grigory stonewalls him. Cowett unable to score tonight. He's had a few opportunities and has just been shut down. Garrett Grigory has his number. Cegilski chases this one down. He's got to be patient. Everybody back, just barely. Delude sends it in. Covered up. Cowett nearly with the pick and then the goal. The interception there. Got ahead of the pack. Had a one-on-one opportunity. But Garrett Grigory having shades of Patrick Waugh in that Avalanche jersey with the beautiful save to keep this one at 1-0. If they were able to punch that one in and make it 2-0, the Allies could have had an insurance goal. But the Monkeys still right in this. This one going down the other way now as Hahn chases it. Monska smart to just get out of the crease, jump on top of that one and get that whistle. We've got 1 minute and 47 seconds left. You can feel the energy in the building picking up as we're getting below 2 minutes here. Since that late goal, both of these teams have been flat out, giving everything they've got to try to finish this game off. Grigory goes ahead and handles that one, sends it to his defender, who sends it up to Hahn. Keohan dribbles past at least 2 Allies defenders, splits them. He's still got it. Roche and Cowett in pursuit. Centers it. Shot from the blue line. Goes wide. Still on net. Fu fighting.
Cegilski able to get that one out of immediate danger,
but still in play for the Screaming Monkeys. Looks to
Fu now battling again. Brophy takes a swing at it, doesn't get it out. Cegilski's got to just get rid of this one, and he doesn't get a piece of it. The Monkeys still have a chance. It's still in the zone with under a minute remaining in this one. Cowett off the boards, finally gets that one cleared. It's off, and a whistle. The Screaming Monkeys doing absolutely everything they can to try to climb back into this one and get that equalizer. Unable to do so there. A couple of great opportunities. As you can feel the panic set in. Grigory looked like he was going to possibly come out of the net here. He's going to play real deep and keep an eye on who wins this faceoff. That'll determine if he sprints over to the bench to give the extra player a little bit of an early jump. Nope, timeout, red. Thought perhaps Keogh jumped the gun a little bit, but the Allies take a timeout. They're going to go ahead and strategize. It should be noted in the last game against Mia Familia, the Allies' only loss of the season, there was also an empty net situation, and with the extra offensive player on the floor, that's when Mia Familia scored the tying goal to force overtime and eventually win it. So a key moment here. The Allies got to be discussing that prior game. With 51 seconds remaining, if Grigory sprints to the bench and an extra player comes out for the Screaming Monkeys, do you just play it off and try to kill time, or do you go for that empty net? As it bit him last time, the Monkeys going to do everything they can to try to get this one tied up late. Still at center ice. Keogh controls it. That is going to be their sign to get the goalie off the floor. There's now 6 players on the ice for the Screaming Monkeys. Sent down, chasing it down. No icing on this. 30 seconds remaining. Cowett with a great hack keeps it back. Screaming Monkeys chasing now. They've got everybody they have on the floor. One defense. Just for that reason, to go ahead and stop that one from him being an empty netter. He's going to bring it up himself. Peterson looking to send it around. 9 seconds and counting. Cegilski sends it down deep. We're going to get a whistle call. Icing with 5 seconds remaining. This one's not over yet, folks. 5 seconds remaining. 1-0 advantage Allies. The faceoff will be deep in the Allies' defensive zone. A key faceoff, as Hahn, who has been dominant on faceoffs the majority of the day, going up against Cowett. Allies got to kill 5 seconds. That one's on goal. Monska's able to get it away. 1-0, and that'll do it. What a battle here. The Allies prevail. The skateless Allies won. The Screaming Monkeys 0. The Allies improved to 7 wins, 1 loss, 1 tie on the season. Greg Monska pitches the shutout in an excellent effort. The Screaming Monkeys fall to 2-7 on the season. Their hopes of playoffs are now officially over. So our final from the Plainville Indoor Sports Arena is 1-0. A special thank you to Wooter Apparel and to Anjanette Rieger and Justin Cowett from Memory to Video Productions for all of their superb efforts in making this live broadcast possible tonight. We'll be streaming more games later this season, so keep an eye on that. I'm Mike Muskelka. Once again, our final, Allies 1, Screaming Monkeys 0. Thank you and have a wonderful night.